Hello, hello and welcome.
Welcome to Dark Souls.
Welcome to the Crate and Crowbar Plays Dark Souls. I'm Rich Stanton.
I'm Marsh Davies.
And we are... what are we doing again?
We're going to the Painted World, I believe. We had an abortive fight with the Four Kings. We realised we were massively underpowered, and now we fought the Asylum Demon to get a key to the Painted World, which will hopefully give us pyromancies, which are going to be powerful enough to take on the Four Kings. Let's
have a look at how... our pyromancy flame is quite hot. Nice pun. We could go down and see Quilena of Izalith and buy some pyromancies from her, who we haven't met yet. Should we do that?
I thought we were going to go to the Painted World since we spent time getting the key.
Well, we are definitely going to go to the Painted World. So let's do that. There are pyromancies in the Painted World. There are also so we've met two of the daughters of Izalith. We've met Quilena, who was the Quelag, who was the big spider. We met the Fair Lady, who is the kind of dying spider, dying grossly, who we all feel very sorry for. And there is there are a couple of other ones, and one of them is a merchant who appears when you have basically become good enough at pyromancy.
Right.
She just doesn't appear before that. Whoops. Pressed the wrong button there. It's okay, Marty. Let's run! Run like the wind. And there's more giants out here, so I'm just going to stop and have a swig. Yeah, that's a Dragon Slayer Great Arrow through my chest there. But luckily I survived. So, here we are, back in Anor Londo. Lovely as always. And we are going to go down this staircase in the middle. And that will take us there. See it?
Oh yeah.
Very nice. And you will recall we were crossing the rafters when we first came to Anor Londo.
Yes.
And we are now going to basically enter the bottom of that room.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You may also recall that we knocked down a chandelier while we were doing it.
And flattened some people on the ground floor, I believe.
They're still going to be dead, thankfully. But look who it is.
It's a painting guardian.
It was a painting guardian. Thurston Thrust. Now, we've had one or two comments which I kind of agree with about the rapier. Because it's kind of like, I don't know.
It's a pretty terrible boss weapon. That's what we've discovered.
I thought the rapier would be awesome. Oh shit. Yeah, proving rather tricky, these guys. That's just doing nothing here, chaps. Whoa! I might get a bit of the old trusty fire orb on the go. So that's him.
I didn't like that.
He certainly didn't. Oops.
Very flammable. He's a crafty fella. Oh dear.
Yeah, that went south very quickly. Don't worry, Marty. Ooh.
You're covered in
Benny Hill music, please. There we go. Now, can we get some heroic music?
No.
Yeah, I deserve it. Okay.
So you're saying about the rapier?
Oh, look at him trying to drink Estus.
And then you cut out his throat.
Yeah, imagine that, drinking Estus. Cheat. What was I saying?
The rapier not being that successful with the bosses.
Yeah, it's weird. It's
pretty great when you parry somebody, and then that seems like a really effective death-dealing tool against the minions. But then when it comes to the bosses, it just, because it's so reliant on parries as a form of doing damage.
Yeah, exactly.
You just can't parry the bosses.
Bloody hell, these guys are clever about how they're aggroing, aren't they?
They're coming threes, so they haven't previously.
Oh dear. Come on, die to fire orb. I'm not really fussed about using up our fire orbs on them, because we're just trying to get. Whoops.
Oh, those knives do quite a lot of damage, don't they?
Yeah. Luckily, I've got Sunny D. What have you got, Mr. Painting Garden? Whoops. Painting Garden. Not my finest moment of English there. We are just trying to get here. Actually, here's a better angle. We're trying to get there.
Oh, that's a big painting.
It is a big painting.
You're going to pick on that.
Hey, the Thurston Thrust. maybe one of the last times we see it, so just wanted to give us a 360 view. There's the chandelier we knocked down earlier.
Oh yeah.
So you can see the rafters we were travelling on up there.
I can.
Very high. So we obviously would not have survived a fall. Sorcery, great magic weapon. That is actually awesome, but we're not sorcerers. So that's what magicians use so that they can have a sword and be effective, because obviously they don't really have the strength to use like awesome weapons. But with great magic weapon, they can use a kind of shitty sword and then turn it into, you know, a buffed magic sword.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, quite effective. Now, this is very sad. There's a corpse, and on it is the armour of Tarkus.
No!
So Tarkus was obviously, you know, so hardcore.
He got this far.
But he was too clunky to cross the rafters, and he fell over.
Oh dear.
It's sad, isn't it?
Did he though?
Well,
is that part covered? He would have had to have fallen and then slid across the floor.
Either that, or he died in the painted world. Which let's just have a look at this with the pretty awesome. I think that painting.
Yeah.
So let's go and have a closer look at it. Nothing can go wrong. That shield is kind of awesome. I'm quite glad you picked that. I've never really used it before, but it is badass. Look at that.
It's alright.
But even in Dark Souls, it turns out painting can be quite deadly.
Ah! So what would happen if you'd examined that and you hadn't had the doll?
Nothing.
Right, oh, okay.
So if you come to this without the peculiar doll, it's just a painting. But we've examined it with the doll, and we've been pulled into the painted world of Ariamis. Now, as you can see, the bridge behind us is
you don't want to go that way.
So we can only go forwards. Looks quite nice, really, doesn't it? Quite festive, quite wintry.
They weren't working with a particularly broad palette when they painted this.
Well, it looks quite cheery. Oh, maybe not.
Yeah.
So we've got some hollows on pikes, basically. Getting killed. We have a bonfire right at the start. My kind of action. Do we have any humanities? That's the question. We've got a couple, so let's pop one of them and reverse our hollowing. This is an area where quite a few people hang out. We should be able to get a summon. We'll maybe get an invader. Although I don't know if everyone's playing Dark Souls 2 now. Well, I guess the PC folks aren't. 'Cause it's not out for a couple of weeks, a month. Whoa, something like that.
It was a bit cheeky.
It was a bit cheeky, but
well, actually, by the time this video goes up, maybe that date will be closer.
Yeah, indeed. I've already got my my pre-order in with Steam. I'm not actually sure what you get, but you get something. You get some kind of weapon. It was just like the button appeared to like add to account, and I was just like add. Couldn't get it quick enough. So, a couple of hollows there. And locked door here. We can't get through there. Oh, there's a guy that's been strung up. Very, very cheery. And
what's the message say on the floor there?
The message
what
says,
wisdom have they left us?
Try projectile.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can shoot that down with a bow. Okay, Marty. So where's our bow? Oh, have I put our bow away in the box?
Yeah. Well, in that case,
What
don't
a
worry
silly
about
Billy.
it.
What a silly Billy I am. Never mind. So, this is the very first area that was ever created in Dark Souls.
Oh, really?
Yeah, oh shit. And it may be our last.
Oh god. Not going well.
It's okay, it's okay. Oops.
Just hollows, Rich.
Yeah, but I kind of made it inconvenient for myself by de-equipping my Estus. I don't know why I did that. But these guys are about to taste my wrath and revenge. Die. Now yes, these guys right at the start are just hollows. But as we go further into Ariamis, the enemies are going to get quite a bit more interesting.
Okay. Oh.
Uh-oh.
It's some large testicles on legs.
Now, these guys were clearly once... Oh shit, that was not a good move. Now, you'll notice I'm being very cautious about finishing him off with my
I suspect
hand
he's going
weapon.
to explode.
Yeah.
It's weird how enemy types in different games often look similar and have the same mechanics.
Well, they don't quite explode, but if you kill them in a way that does not involve fire, they can toxic you.
Oh, right.
So, notice also how he's attacking me there. Quite interesting. What throws fire?
Dragons?
No.
You?
Yeah, but how do I throw fire?
Pyromancies.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
So, these hollows have some sort of connection to pyromancy.
Oh, okay.
And although we have no reason to have found this out yet, I'm just going to tell you anyway. The painted world is where the gods put things that they don't want.
I see.
This is a prison. So, let's
Quite
take
a lot of prisons to choose from in Dark Souls, really.
many, many fine venues to spend the rest of your lives.
Climbing up there.
Yeah, cheeky dogs. And
Now
the
then.
last bit of climbing they ever do.
They won't be
Oops.
mastering K2 anytime soon.
So, fireball for you.
So what it is about pyromancy that turns people into giant walking gonads?
Well, so we know some things about pyromancy so far.
Yeah.
We know that it was created in a botched attempt to recreate the first flame.
Oh yeah.
So it's kind of viewed by the gods as unnatural. They don't like it.
They've
we know
seemingly punished a lot of people who were involved in that
Yeah.
by monstrously warping their flesh in various ways. So are these people
Oops.
similarly cursed?
What you mean in terms of like the undead is cursed?
No, I mean in the way that, well, like Quilana and Quelag were turned into half spiders, and there's that other daughter who was turned into a giant tumour with tendrils.
Right, so they were turned into demons by so that was another corpse hanging that I've just knocked down. As you can see, there's something weird going on over there. So they were mutated when their mother tried to recreate the first flame, and that's also what turned fire sorcery into pyromancy.
Right.
So pyromancy is kind of like the whole point is it's different to sorcery, like and it's got this kind of the term that's used quite a lot around it is chaos.
Yeah.
Basically, it can't be fully controlled, and the connection to them being all fucked up is connected to Engi. Oh shit, that was a bad jump. We're going to do that again. Engi, who was the guy outside the Fair Lady. So
yeah,
we
one of
met
the
those egg burden guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, now he created, there were poison pyromancies. And we come across them, and basically, I'm awful. Yeah, they seem to fuck people up like that, in that way. And you also notice they look kind of like the egg burden.
Yeah.
Like they're not the same, but there's obviously some sort of link there. Hey, we made it. The soul of a brave warrior. Ladder. And what's over here? I can't actually remember if there's anything. Oh, there is. Very carefully walk over. Ah. Now that is an interesting item. The Egg Vermifuge. You can, you know the egg burdened?
Yeah.
You can become one of them. You can become infected. And your head, your character will scratch his head. And then after about another 10 minutes, his head will burst. And one of those growths will appear in its place.
That is horrible.
So, yeah.
What happens to you then? Is that curtains?
No, you can go on living because you are undead, but it shows you how these hollows have become this way.
Right.
Because obviously they've been infected at some point.
Can you cure it?
Well, that's what the Egg Vermifuge is for.
Oh, I see. Right.
So,
So how is it? Remind me how you get infected in the first place?
you remember those enemies outside Quelag's domain that I said we shouldn't attack?
Yeah.
If you attack them, they can grab you by the ankles and then their kind of mass on the back opens up, and a sucker comes out and plants on your head, and that's what infects you. Lovely it is.
That is grim.
So here we have Painting Guardian outfits, which, I don't know, I guess it makes sense to find Painting Guardian outfits in the painted world. So, yeah, all sorts of connections to Pyromancy here, basically. And remember what I was saying about Salaman. Like, I think he's this kind of Promethean figure. When he's referenced at all, he's referenced as the greatest pyromancer that ever lived. He's sometimes called by his name the Great Fireball, because he used that spell a lot. Now,
is there fog get down there? Oh god!
Oh god, oh god is right. So here we have a kind of person that looks a bit like a crow. Oh shit! Shit! Shit!
Oh.
Keep pecking my face off.
And successfully, apparently.
Oh man, that was not meant to happen. I thought I'd kind of successfully dodged around the side there. Oh well, never mind. We don't need the Covenant ring on anymore. I am going to put on Leo ring for a little while, and I want to have a look at Tarkus's greatsword. 28 strength that requires, and we have 14.
That's going to take quite a lot of levelling.
Well, it kind of will, but I think if we just focus on that, I think we'll actually be able to do it relatively quickly. What is important is that I don't die on the way back to all those souls. So,
caution, Rich, caution.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm not a naturally cautious guy because I'm, you know, I'm so badass. But did you see the kind of crow fly by there? So there's a little crow theme going on here as well, and the crow theme is interesting because there is a deity associated with the crow. She's called Belka.
Okay.
And Belka is basically the god of justice, but she doesn't really like.
There's not a lot of that in this world.
Yeah, the thing is, she doesn't really give a fuck about doing what the gods want. Like, she is genuinely a god of justice, or it seems that way. So this appears to have rather pissed off the other gods.
Oh, and as a result, what do they shut her up here somewhere?
Well, it kind of looks like it. You know, like you don't see much of Velka in the game full stop, but she is... Do you remember what happened at the start in the Undead Asylum? What carried us out?
Yeah, a crow.
Big crow.
And is that her?
Well...
And
you're
wreaking justice.
I don't know if it's necessarily her, but it may well be her familiar. You know, like she's certainly associated with crows, and even though there's nothing explicitly stated about it, it seems like far too big a coincidence for a crow to kind of carry you out of the Undead Asylum. As we will learn, like, many people know of the prophecy of the chosen undead. Whether it's true or not is kind of like irrelevant. They believe it.
Right. Or they're using it for their own ends.
Yeah. And so somebody like Gwyn, who, you know, is fated to be killed by the chosen undead, doesn't necessarily want that prophecy to come to pass. Whereas someone like Velka, I don't know, probably would.
Well, maybe she would feel that the sacrifice of new Londo might be an injustice that required answering.
Well, indeed. And then you get to the question of why new Londo was sacrificed, although we'll...
I think we kind of know that, don't we? I mean, the Abyss is...
yeah, but,
we've already...
You know, is the Abyss necessarily bad? Like, this is the thing. Like, the Abyss is certainly, you know, certainly not doing Gwyn any favours, let's put it that way.
No, well, he is the god of light, isn't he? So he has probably invested interest in avoiding oblivion.
So, don't worry, no boss through here.
Ah!
Although there is that. This is actually the very first boss of Demon Souls, the Phalanx, which appears to have ended up there. Now, I'm just opening this.
What's the continuity between Demon Souls and this? Is it? I didn't think they were set in the same world.
There is no continuity, although there is a character called Patches that turns up, who is in both games. We'll meet him in a little bit. And there are... Oh, there's one more connection. What is it? Oh, there's a broken archstone in Demon Souls that you cannot go through, which leads to the land of the giants. And that's all, you know. But this appears to be a world where the gods are giants. So some people think that that archstone leads to Dark Souls.
Right.
But you know, that's like a kind of fan lore connection. You know, it's not really anything serious. Patches is a more kind of solid link. So, whoops. Let's just
carry that.
Get these guys down.
Blocking.
And we are going to go to a bit where I think you should put your headphones on while we're in here. So it's just a little bit creepy. Oops. So, whoa. Probably not a good idea to try and parry him. So, can you hear the ambience?
I can, yes, it's delightful.
It's quite freaky, this area. But we are going to go down and have a look at what's here.
Bet it's something lovely.
Well, there's some dead hollows, and there's plenty more. You know, there's a couple of hollows attacking us, and there's plenty more of them up on pikes. And then there are all these cages.
Oh yeah.
Which appear to have been broken out of.
Wonder what they contained. Are we going to find that out?
There's a couple of proud knights. Oh, hello. Dark Spirit Jeremiah.
Ah, you talked about him before. And he's got a... What the fuck is that?
He has got a massive...
penis head?
It's like a...
I want whatever pyromancy that is. That looks awesome.
Yeah.
In fact, I think we were killed by that by our first invader, weren't we? Or something
yes,
similar.
Something similar. He is using Great Fireball, I think.
Does he run out of that stuff?
I hope so. But as you can see, this dude's deal is pyromancy.
Yeah,
I just wanted to make
I'm getting that theme.
But what's interesting about him is that this... oh shit.
What's that? Oh, that pyromancy.
Yeah, he loves a bit of pyromancy.
Oh, he's got a horrible thorny whip.
Yep. That head wrap is blood-stained. You can't quite see it here, because, you know, obviously he's red, because he's an invader. Also, his whip is inflicting bleeding damage on us, which is lovely.
Yeah, I can see that.
But he's got these kind of awesome robes, and then he's got this big blood-stained robe over his head, and he gives us 30,000 souls.
Fucking hell.
When we kill him.
Why is he so soul rich? Is he just been kind of sitting in the painted world hoovering up humanity?
Well, why is he in the painted world in the first place?
Well, he seems like a bit of a prick. To be honest, I'd probably put him there myself.
No, he kind of... I don't know. Clearly he's infected, because he's got this big wrap over his head that's blood-stained.
Pyromancy, which makes him an enemy of the gods.
Yeah, clearly he's awesome at pyromancy. And... yeah, a king? Like, why is he called king? It's kind of weird. Xanthus means yellow, which makes him the Yellow King, Jeremiah.
That's interesting.
It's kind of interesting, like, because I read that in a mocking way, like, because I think he's Salaman, basically.
Oh.
And I think if the gods were going to punish somebody who tried to take control of fire, then calling him the Yellow King and banishing him to a faraway land with all of his followers might kind of make sense.
Well, the Yellow King is a piece of pre-Lovecraftian weird fiction.
Tell me more.
I didn't know about this, but as it happens, old Chris Thurston did his dissertation on exactly this subject, and it's come to light recently because in the TV show True Detectives, there are a lot of references to the Yellow King and Carcosa, which is a location within this book. I haven't read it. It's on Chris's shelf, and I was thinking of reading it. So maybe it's an allusion to that. But it's
very interesting.
If any watchers have read the Yellow King, do let us know if there is a connection there.
No, this bit is horrible. This is really, really.
It can't be worse than you, Londo.
I wouldn't be too sure.
What was that?
We're going to find out.
Ugh. I don't really understand what I'm seeing. Oh!
It's a skeleton on a wheel.
That is kind of grim.
They're the worst enemies in the world.
You seem to do pretty well there.
Yeah, but, you know, really don't speak too soon.
Okay.
Where are they? If one of these hits me, I'm probably gonna die.
What do you need to do to avoid them? Just block them continuously, or?
That's why they're such an issue. Oh shit!
Bad luck. I see. They just whittle down your endurance until you can't block anymore.
Have that, you cocksucker.
And he's down.
I think this is what I want. Yeah, the annex key. Lovely. And also we're going to have to press out a little bit. Is this where we're...
It's alright, doesn't seem bothered.
Die, you fuck! No, no, no!
Oh. Oh well, don't worry, you got the key.
I hate the wheel skeleton. I hate the wheel skeleton so much.
Oh, you said I hate you about every single thing you type in this game.
I
hate you, Torch Hollows.
Nice impression of my accent.
I hate you, Gaping Dragon.
I hate the wheel skeletons more than most enemies.
They are pretty gross.
Oh, they're just the worst.
Has that anything to do with Pinwheel, who you mentioned before?
Kind of, yeah.
Oops. The whole gang is here to greet you.
It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna go downstairs.
Oh, yeah.
Bravely run away. Oh shit! I thought I had my sword out and I didn't. I had my fireballs. Quite appropriate really for the painted world. I just want to kill these guys because I realised I didn't knock down the corpse that is over here. Remember, try projectile?
Oh yeah.
There it is. But unfortunately we don't have projectiles equipped. Here's a nice thing. So that's the enemy that we can quite easily kill from the start. But once you've opened that lower door, you never go up there. You kind of forget about him, but he can still
plug you.
Yeah, it's kind of, I don't know, it's just typical of the kind of neat 3D design that FromSoft do.
The environments here are extremely well thought out in terms of interconnectivity.
Yeah, they're just so dense, you know, and like I think like they have a kind of sense of verticality in 3D space that other designers just don't. Ooh. So hopefully he hasn't alerted. Ah, you fucking bastard! Oh, wheel skeletons. Right. I'm gonna go down there again. I'm not gonna try and kill them. I'm literally just gonna pull a lever and we're probably gonna die, but we'll never have to go back down there again if I get to the lever. Basically, that's the plan. Who's with me?
I am.
This is one of the advantages of being undead, Martin. So, a quick glug. Whee! Have another glug. And bravely ran away.
Oh, do you want those souls?
No, because we're gonna die. Yes!
Didn't we pick up loads of souls from King... what's his face?
I spent them all on strength. So we're now halfway towards being able to use the greatsword.
Sweet.
Very nice, isn't it? Notice the black strands of hair. One of the very few things the game continually tells us about Valka is that she has black hair. hence Crow, I guess. Kind of an obvious link.
Raven Black.
Soul of a Brave Warrior. We got that before we died. Notice how many wheel skeletons there are there.
Jeez, yeah.
Never have to go back. I win, Dark Souls. I win.